Okay, this is the Unknown Battle of Gettysburg, Part 7, and we're here at the intersection of Belmont and the Mumsburg Road. This is where Jennings intended to make a right and head into town. Instead, the half force of the Confederates coming up this road in the direction here met them and caught them on their right flank. They were forced to continue northbound on this dirt lane, which is today Belmont Road. Now this road they would follow here for about 2 more miles when they would come to the intersection of the Goldenville Road, or the Goldenville Pike as it was called. This was a place known as Russell's Tavern, and Russell's Tavern was a site where General George Washington had came and stayed during the Whiskey Rebellion. So this area had a lot of historical significance. So this road that we are traveling on today was once a dirt farm lane that was part of this unknown First Battle of Gettysburg on June the 26th, 1863. This has been Part 7 of the Unknown Battle of Gettysburg on Gettysburg Battlefield Facebook. Okay, this is the Unknown Battle of Gettysburg Part 8 on Gettysburg Battlefield Facebook. Now, French's 17th Virginia Cavalry followed Jennings up the Belmont Road here to this intersection that we're coming up to here where his stop sign is. This is the Goldenville Road. At this point, the 26th Pennsylvania Emergency Militia made a right here, and French's 17th Virginia Cavalry followed them. And they would follow them past a place called the Russell Tavern. If you just give me a moment here, we'll go ahead and pass by that, and I'll get you to see some of the sights that these men would have seen here about 2:30 in the afternoon of June the 26th, 1863. We're retracing the route of the 26th Pennsylvania Emergency Militia and their retreat after being chased by Confederates out of the western side of Gettysburg to the north side of Gettysburg on June the 26th, 1863. Also, the second force of the 17th Virginia Cavalry under White catching them on their right flank and then following them as they retreat here on the northern end of town. Now, here on the left side is the old Russell Tavern, right here. And the Russell Tavern was where George Washington spent the night here on October the 24th, 1794, during the Whiskey Rebellion. So this was a house and a farm that would have been passed here by both Union and Confederate forces here on June 26, 1863. Our next stop is going to be a place called Bailey's Hill for the skirmish at Bailey's Hill, which is up at our next intersection here. This has been Part 8 of the Unknown Battle of Gettysburg on Gettysburg Battlefield Facebook. Okay, I'm standing here on the Goldenville Pike. We just come from the direction that is in front of the camera there. And as you see the road go up, the hill that sits over here is where the intersection of Table Rock Road coming from the south meets the Goldenville Pike right here. That hill right here is where French's 17th Virginia Cavalry followed Jennings, and they formed at the top of that hill. And they came into this direction. Now, at this time, the 26th Pennsylvania Militia, Emergency Militia rather, is at the Whitmer Farmhouse, which is here just beyond this set of trees, and we'll go over there in a minute. Now, Jennings had sent Company B of the 26th, and he was under Captain Carnahan. He sent him to be a rear guard, and he placed him right here at this little brook. Here, right in the dip of the road. You got Bailey's Hill, you got Whitmer's Farm, and then right here where this little brook is, he placed his rear guard to protect. Now, at the time, the 26th Pennsylvania Emergency Militia was at that farmhouse there that's in front of us. And they took a little bit of a break there. They watered their horses, they drank from the well, they rested some of their men in the barn. And this rear guard that was here, as Confederates began to advance, they fired a volley at French's cavalry. And the cavalry responded by firing back and began to advance towards Jennings' men. The entire rear guard of Captain Carnahan was captured, and French had them stripped of their brand new 1863 Springfield muskets that they had. They had just been issued brand new 1863 Springfields. Well, French had them stripped of all their brand new guns and their new footwear. And this goes into a story that's been debated for years, revolving around the Battle of Gettysburg. Were the Confederates here on the march for supplies and shoes? Some people have said yes, some people have said no. However, this brief skirmish here of Gettysburg, a week before the actual battle, it does appear that Confederate troops, while raiding into the town, are in desperate need of footwear. Now, this farmhouse here that's in front of us is the Whitmer Farm. And there's the original well out in front of the house. And this is where the 26th Pennsylvania Emergency Militia was at as they were attacked from Bailey's Hill there in the distance from French's 17th Virginia Cavalry. Of course, when they got to this point, the Confederates took this farmhouse over. They also used it to imprison some prisoners that they had captured here in this action. This has been part 9 of the Unknown Battle of Gettysburg here at the Whitmer Farm on Gettysburg Battlefield Facebook. Okay, this is the Unknown Battle of Gettysburg, part 10. And we're here at the Whitmer Farm again. And we just seen French's 17th Virginia Cavalry overtake what little remaining force there was from the 26th Pennsylvania Militia. At this point in the skirmish, things began to break down. Whoever wasn't captured and held as a prisoner pretty much scattered, and it was pretty much the end of this decision. This decision, of course, being in favor of the Confederate forces under Jubal Early. We're going to go back and watch the videos on the other part of the retreat, which was the 21st Pennsylvania Bell's Cavalry, which left the Ephraim Whistler property and headed back into the town of Gettysburg. This has been the Unknown Battle of Gettysburg here at the Whitmer Farm on part 10 on Gettysburg Battlefield Facebook.